Gets set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Here we go. Get the flag. Check 45 to Mike.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
On second down, it's Dixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Mike spot. All day, baby, all day. Be good.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
On the double. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Walk 54. Hey, left side.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Smiler, 64, weak. 6 guys. Chan, man, snap.
On second down now. It's Evans, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
54, Mike, 54. It's our
To throw on third down. Costello. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now on first, Dixon again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On first down, Costello. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey. That's me. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Yes.
I'm coming after you.
Smooth. Hey, Jet.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Focus, defense, focus.
Yep.
Go. Hey, one set.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 54.
To throw on 2nd down, Costello. He completes it to Evans. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
2. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
So we got man.
Hey, Orbit.
Check 9. Show.
Look at me. Door. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Evans. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On first down, they go with Dixon. Stays on his feet. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Dixon. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run it here with Dixon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Falcons take over. Let's go, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Tighten up.
Bravo.
54.
Leo. Go. Jack Rep. Ready?
Off play action. Costello airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Mike 54. It's our time. It's our time.
Hey, Foxtrot.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike, let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Hey, Wahoo!
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Defense, defense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hang two shot. Protein spill.
Check.
Hey, high 7.
He's checking crap. Rush in.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Evans. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
5.
24 is the mic. Go. 24 is the mic. Bound to lose 1. 24 is the mic.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the
No,
coach.
Go. Hey, zoom.
Slant.
You're out.
Back to throw. Costello. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's gonna take this one back to the 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Dixon. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He's going to look deep down the field. This is intercepted. picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here's Dixon. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And the Saints first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Dixon. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff right side. It's Dixon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead, tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints 42.
Go! 60 outlaw.
We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
Hit it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
Hard. Hard.
Kill. Turn up.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Evans. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Come look at me. Zipper.
On second down, it's Evans, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ready.
My God, 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Go. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Costello. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On first down, Dixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That play definitely goes down as a win for the defense as they were able to get there and tackle him for a loss. But you just got the sense that the runner kept looking for a space to turn upfield, and it kept getting strung out towards the sidelines before the defense finally finished him off. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 30 base.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
80 weapon.
Check 99, check 99. Slant.
Gone. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Evans. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ready, 18 Gator.
Check 55, Mike. Here we go. Whip. Watch the whip.
Blue draw, Corker. Go.
He's coming to you. Motion.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, Sam off.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down.
Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, Costello. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They'll run on first down. It's Evans. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go, set. 60 or.
Every heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Watch the safety creep. Watch out, watch out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Evans. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey. Go.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the slit. Mike 55. Check 55.
Go. Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
A run by Dixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
45, Mike, 45. No gain on this defense, no gain. Check.
They'll run with Dixon. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Set, 54. Mike 54. Touchdown, defense.
On first down, Dixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David. Season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Ready, set.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Cut.
Back to throw. Costello. He hits White, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Yo, cheetah.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, Alpha. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
24, let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
24 is the mic. 6 man. Check girls. 24 is the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't
Bravo.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Big grip.
On 4th down. Costello. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch that in.
Now it's Dixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Right back to Dixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Lambo to add on the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Josh 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Bridgewater. He gets this one to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go. 45.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Dixon. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
At their 49-yard line.
Check 45. Come on. Hey, pick your game up.
Bridgewater to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Takk McKinley in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, You do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Coming to you, coming to you. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, lock it.
It's going to be a long.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 3rd and 8 situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Get it.
From the gun, Costello. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground with Dixon. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. On the give, this is Dixon. They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Let's go.
On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with